Generic greetings and welcome to Preview Plus Software Inc. This is an indie game about making software. You will build rooms and then furnish said rooms with, well, furniture, and then hire staff to work in said rooms, sit on pieces of said furniture, and then make operating systems, game tools, games, all sorts of things, he said. So, I must confess, this is one of the weirdest cycles in terms of me looking at a game that I've ever had. Originally, if you just bear with me on this one, I heard about this when someone tweeted me and said, hey, this is a game you might have to look at. So I thought, yep, I'll check it out. Checked it out and thought, yep, that's something I definitely want to look into in the future and perhaps do a video on. So I put that on the list of games I should check out, which I must confess is getting longer and longer by each day. And in fact, I'm not crossing them off as fast as I'm putting them on. Anyway, I thought, yeah, I'll do that, no problem. But I also thought, well, it looks a bit of a mix between The Sims and Game Dev Tycoon, and I immediately thought, Mr. Flabaliki, James Turner, will want to have a check out this, so I tweeted him saying, there you go, check that out, no problem, he said, thanks very much for that. He tried it, didn't have a clue, so we had to contact someone else who also taught him, and then he did a video of it, and then I watched that video, and that spurred me on to actually check this game out again, which is why we are here. So it's a big cycle of YouTubeness. Honestly, after playing this game for about 2.5, 3 hours, I think now, actually probably a little bit longer than that, and it was all in one stretch, all in one go as well. I have to say that so far, this is one of the most indie of indie games that I've played all year. It's one of the most honest indie games. When people say, oh, it's an indie game, what they mean is it's got about 10 people working on it and it's highly marketed and things like that. No, this is like one guy, and it's, honestly, I don't think it's that commercial, and obviously it's in early access, so there's things that are going to be changing and stuff like that, but it just feels honest. It is what it is, and it doesn't apologize for it. So I'm going to jump in and just show you probably the first half an hour of a game, but I'll be speeding things up and just trying to show you the basics. So I'll go to new game, and we will start a new one. I'm just going to cancel the tutorial because I don't need that. As I said, I've played about 3 hours of the game so far, so it's certainly a first impressions, not a review and all that, and obviously it's in early access, so the typical disclaimers apply. Nothing you see is final, everything is subject to change, any bugs or lack of polish in places, etc, etc. Please attribute that to its in-dev status. Lovely cup of green tea there. Right, so we need to name our company because we need to have a software company name, so obviously we're going to be the Generic Software Company. Generic Software Company. Yeah, I've spelled it right. Okay, we need a founder. So this is going to be our founder. This is going to be us, our representation in games. So we need a name, so we could just be called Gary Generic Son, real life name. And then we've got a male or female gender selection. There you go. Then we'll go with male. And then we've got colours, so we can pick our hairstyle, so we can have bright red if we really want to. I think we're just going to go for something like a brown, or do we have like a dark brown? I guess it would be something like there. There we go, there's a nice dark brown, it's a bit too black. About there, something like that. Yeah, there we go, there's a nice dark brown. We can say face, and, oh, that's hair actually. You can switch it between basically receding hairline or, I guess, not receding hairline, and that's pretty much the only option. Obviously very, very basic, as you can tell, and the animations are... yeah, very basic as well. We can change skin color, so we can say, bright red or whatever. You can actually, it's a bit sort of simplistic and analogy in that way that it's like, yes, I'm going to make Thomas Was Alone the character. No, we're just going to say, oh, good grief, that's proper albino. You can say, just teal color or blue or like alien colors and stuff. There's some common colors. We'll go with that one there. We'll just lighten. I don't know. Do you want to lighten it up a bit? There we go, something like that. Yeah, about that one. Cool. I'm milky white myself. Pants, we can change the colour of the pants, so we're just going to go for black pants because why not? And then we'll go for the same on the jacket. We're going to go for pretty much colour scheme of the channel, which is sort of greyish, like that, silvery grey. There we go, not baddie. You can not bad at all. You can also change shorts. They're not proper shorts. They're just trousers that some arsehole hasn't bothered to finish. We'll go for upper top. You can swip your tops out. We'll go for that there. Right, fantastic. So there's our clothing there. As you can see, sort of very Simsy, but I guess not at the same time because it's not as detailed. It's certainly not sort of Skyrim and whatnot level of face changing. Right. So, personality. We can change our personality. We say we're going to be a naive flirt, which I don't know how that works. Or we can say we're going to be we can be an introvert. I think you could change that to... That's an extrovert. Extrovert. I'm sure there's an introvert. Cocky, snob. Optimistic. I was going to say, can you be an introverted... Can you be an introverted extrovert? I don't think you can be. Let's be a introverted... short-tempered? No. Cocky, snob? No. See, I don't know why you would pick mean as a personality trait. I don't know why you pick... I mean, mean in... You know, I mean, you could argue against this, but I think mean is a bad personality trait. Same as being a snob. And cocky to some extent, you know. Humility. If more people had it, would be great. I think we'll just say generous. Why not? Or do you want to go for goofy, dramatic? Dramatic! Yes, and a dramatic introvert. So in his own mind, we're going to be very, very dramatic. Fantastic. Right, we've got skills on the bottom. We've got lead, we've got programmer, designer, artist. They're basically they're sort of roles within a team. I'm going to keep them as standard because we generally want our founder to be, I guess, a generalist. Yeah, more of a generalist. Our specialization, again, we could say system for our design, or could be a 2D code design system. We could do code or whatever. Art, you could say I want to be an audio expert. I'm just going to keep it all on 2D because why not? So there's all that there. On the right hand side, mods, we don't have any. And then scenario. Free player there. Starting money, I'm going to just pretty much max it out because I want to show you pretty much everything I can, so I don't want money to be a problem. Starting year is going to be 1980s. Environment's going to be forest. We could have city, but I'm just going to go forest. Difficulty we put on easy, and days per month. Now, it's a bit weird. I don't know what that actually does. As far as I can tell and what I've been told and what I've read, it basically stretches out how long development takes. So it just makes the game longer. So I'm just going to keep it on 1 day, and we're going to click start. So it's going to load this up, and it's also going to, we don't want to have that. We'll turn that tutorial off. It's simulating the market there, and then we're going to pause it straight away. So what it's going to do is generate a random area. So all this is randomly generated. All the trees are placed randomly and stuff. It's not overly detailed, as you can tell. It's very basic, very simplistic, but that's okay. We've got a road that basically comes off the edge of the world, and that's where the bus will stop, at that bus stop there. So many buttons, UI pretty simple. Money on the top there, current time, current date, our reputation, which is 1 star out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 6 stars. Time controls and stuff, no problem. Monthly profits, obviously nothing in there. Buttons on left, we've got a build mode, which switches the entire mode. I'm going to disable all the tutorials because I can. We've also got some buttons for toggling walls and going for data display, so we can say show all satisfaction and stuff like that. We've got other buttons as well for toggling lamps and rooms and labels and things like that. And all the buttons down the bottom shows what we can actually do. So first things first, we need and building. So let's get on with that. We'll go to build mode, and this is our plot. Very, very simple. We can click on the construct room tab, and then we can actually build rooms. So what I'm going to do is actually have, there's our sort of entrance there. I want a sort of 3x3 right up to the back there. Obviously, I've got unlimited money, so I'm not really bothered about how much this takes. So there's a 3x3 all the way up to the back. Okay, now that is going to be our corridor, because if you build just rooms after one another, then it's difficult, because sometimes you will set rooms so people can't walk through them. Not bad at all there. That's simple enough. Right, next room, we need to quickly go here and build another room. I'm going to say it's going to be a 7x7 because I read on some tutorial that that's always a good thing. So we'll go for another 7x7. There we go. Fantastic. So 2 7x7s. On this side, I'm going to have it, so we want a bit of a canteen, so we're going to go for a 4x5. We want then another room, which I'll have as, say, like a toilet, which is going to just be a 2x2, like that. And then we want another room, which is going to go on the back, which will be about that size there, which will probably be our service. So there you go. Not a bad bit of building. Now, obviously, if you put this on your starting money, you won't be able to build any of this at all. So this is going to be, as I said, just an example. So we've got rooms. We've got rooms, but we've got no way of getting in them. That's where the doors come in. So standard door on the front, not bad at all. And then we need glass doors for getting people into the different rooms. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then there's the middle. And then we'll do this one here. Now, as you can see, as soon as I put these doors on, we might get a little bit of light in them, because it's, actually, no, we're not getting any light into them at all. Let us go for some nice windows. So we can put some windows on these things. We've got small windows, we've got some large windows. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put another door on there opposite, but obviously I want a standard door on the toilets because, well, that's just a good idea. There we are. Server room, we will have a nice glass door as well. Do we want a nice glass door? We want a nice glass door there, and no problem at all. Right, so let's put some large windows in. So large windows at the front, we'll put one there, and we'll put another one, I guess there, and then on this side as well, so we'll put one there and there. So it's a very, very open and like sort of light area. There we go. And that actually is illuminating these rooms. Now, the reason you want to do that is when I go to the normal mode here, you can click on any room, and on the left hand side it'll show you the lighting, which currently 0 looks, so it's dark as hell. Environment is 100%. Everybody likes that because it's nice, fresh. It also smell of gloss. We've also got the noise level, which noisiness, yeah, it's in decibels, and our temperature. Basically, you want to keep these in nice human nominal levels, whatever they happen to be. So not bad. So let's continue on building. We'll put some more, I guess some more windows in here. I think that should do us for now. There we are. And then we'll go for basically the edge there. And there we go. That's enough light. And the server room, we don't really want to put any windows in it. We don't need any windows in the server room. But what I am going to do is have some nice large windows all the way across. And what that does is it just looks pretty cool, right? So when you walk past, you can see inside the server room, which will look sweet. I don't know about these rooms here. I think what I'm going to do is put the doors on the, these aren't doors, these are windows right on the opposite side, so it looks like, you know, you sit right at the opposite one. That looks pretty cool, I think. Oh, we could put them there. Do you want to do that one? No, I don't like that one, so I'm just going to remove them. As you can see, it is absolutely just it's utterly simple to get on with this. You can build really, really fast, and it's all done. Right, so there is all of my building currently. So there's nothing in it apart from just all the walls and everything else. Not bad. I'll have a sip of beverage. Lovely green tea. So, what do I want to do? Well, I want to right-click and say select entire building, and that selects the entire thing. Right-clicking will bring up like a contextual menu, and you can do different things like, say, a unify style, select entire building, or room colors, for example, and we can change the interior of the floor, which is what I'm going to do after I've done the room pattern. So outside, we can go with brick, which looks horrible, standard flat, which is that there. We've got some nice stripes there, that's okay. Interior, we go for, again, a couple of different rooms here. That's nice and stripy. That looks pretty cool, but I prefer that. That looks pretty good. Floor, we'll go for... oh, I don't like the look of that. The wood. We'll go for the wood. Finish that one. There you go there. So that's changed the entire thing. Again, you can see there's like little green bits all the way around on the edges of the rooms to show where we've got. So that's okay. We go back to room colors. And I think the interior, we will have a nice green color on the walls. Actually, I just realized that I didn't change the pattern. That's on the outside. That's on the interior. That's on the floor. Apply. I didn't click apply. Room colors, interior, we want to go for green. Like a sort of, I guess, mirror's edgy type color. Like that. Although mirror's edge would be bright, wouldn't it? But that's okay. Floor, we could go for a very dark floor. I like the idea of it just being... I don't know. I don't know what color you could really have. You don't really want a green floor as well. Like a dark grey floor about there would be quite nice. Exterior, we want to sort of lighten the building up a bit. There we go. Right. Excellent. You can actually see it's a bit red on this side. That's because of the sun. Now, this obviously the sun will move along and stuff and change. God, look at the zoom out. That's a big zoom. Why is that shouting at me? That is saying there are not enough light in here. Add windows and lamps. Yes, I will do that. In fact, we'll probably get on with the lighting about now, I think. Let's get on with some lighting. So... we're currently in the construct tab. We want to go to furnish. You can build roads and clone stuff as well. Roads, I must confess, I haven't actually built, so I don't know how that works. You can make parking and stuff like that, and it means that people can drive and park up. We might try that later on. Furnish, let's actually go toilet, and we'll type in toilet. Basically, you type in here and it'll search. One thing I don't like is that in this bit here, you can say this is what's going to be shown in the box, right? So office reception, all that sort of thing. So I can turn them off and show you all of these, but why can't I just click on that to show only that? So I just want to say, I want all office furniture. I want all temperature controls. It's the opposite way around, so it's a bit weird. Anyway, toilet. There's a toilet, and I want to move it in. Now, I'm going to drop the walls down because I can. There we go. That noise was because I was trying to put a toilet in the middle of the road, which is obviously not great. Right, so we're going to put a toilet, I guess, there. And we'll put another one there. Simple enough. And we'll go for lamp, and we'll put a lamp in. So we'll put a lamp, put a wall lamp. I don't know where the wall is. I'm going to have to put the wall back up. There's the wall. Spin it around. You just click and hold, you see. Wall lamp. There you go. Simple enough. So that's a toilet. We haven't got a ventilation system, so in a toilet we obviously want that. And I don't know where that one's going to vent into. I think it's going to vent all of the smell into the... oh, no, that's horrible. All that's going to happen is going to vent all of the smell of the toilet into this corridor here. Horrible. Right, let's put it there, I guess. So it vents into this room. I don't think it works that way, but either way, that's in now. I could put some radiators in, and maybe it's about right that I do that. Radiators, I'm going to put there. And... there. So that's actually got pretty much everything you need in that room. There you go. Sweet. So we've got a couple of toilets. This is going to be our canteen, so we need a couple of tables, I think. So we'll put a couple of tables, I guess. Where do I want to put them? There. Yep. And we want a refrigerator. There's a nice refrigerator there, and we can put it in that corner. We want a coffee machine. There's an espresso machine. This costs 150. Obviously, if you were just starting out, you would just use instant coffee. A lot of this stuff here, I'm basically cheating because I've got so much money. Normally, you wouldn't be able to do anything like this, but you understand I'm speeding it up to show you what you can do. That is a nice cup of tea. Right, so your staff that you when you hire them, they need certain needs to be fulfilled. Your actual founder, your avatar in the game, doesn't need sleep, doesn't need food, doesn't need vacation. He is a machine, so you don't need to do anything about that. However, the other staff, they need to use the toilet, they need to be able to drink coffee, and they need to eat a couple of snacks that are really unhealthy and sugary from the fridge. Pretty much like all game developers. So there you go. That is that sorted. What is next? Well, you wouldn't be able to develop games without actual computers and things like that. Or I say games, we might not be developing games, we can be able to make everything we want. So let's go for glass desks. So we can make some nice desks around this place. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess, how am I going to do this? Well, this is a 7x7 room, and I don't know how to actually... I could have the desks right against the wall, but the bad thing with that is then you can't shove things like televisions on the wall and things like that. So how could we do this? Well, if we have a walkway down the centre, and we have, say, walkway there, chair there, and then desks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we say have 8 people in here, we also need chairs. So we'll put some chairs in. So there. Well, if you hold shift, obviously, you're going to do that. And it's going to spin around automatically. So there we go. And again, everything in the game, pretty much, you can say furniture color. We'll say black. Apply that one. We can also say set as default style. Can we copy the style over? I think we can click on these and say... set as default style, unify selected elements. I think you have to, I see I selected the room rather, and we can go to unify, where is it, furniture color, black. There we go. So we now got all black tables. There you go. You can unify it. Fantastic. So, computers. There's only a couple of computers. We've got a hollow computer, which is unlocked to 2020. We've got a modern computer in 1990. And we've got the old computer, more pixels than you can count on one hand. And that is the basic computer we have at the start. So we just need to put all these things in here, like that. And there we go. As I said, when you start, this isn't a true representation of what happens when you start, because you basically have yourself and you'll be doing contract work with one computer. But like I said, I'm trying to beast ahead to show you things. Right, that's also shouting at me, saying the temperature will vary a lot in this room, so we need things like vents. That's right. So we'll go for ventilation, and we're going to shove all the ventilation on the wall. Now, I don't know whether vents have to be placed going to the outside or just anywhere, but either way, I'm putting the vents like that. We'll put some radiators around the place, so we can put them there. Want to? Can we? Yes, we can. That's fine. I don't think we need that many radiators. I think we only need 2 each, to be honest with you. But actually, yeah, what we'll do, we'll get rid of some of these, because if I'm honest, it looks a bit stupid. There we go. We'll actually move that one there. Again, it's very, very simple to do this. You just literally right-click and say, move. So you say, move that to there. No problem. That one, I want to delete it. Sell furniture. Now, I must be honest, I wanted to show you the game I've been playing for about 2.5 hours, but I accidentally, when I was highlighting on different things, I right-clicked and I just didn't really read it. I just went delete, thinking I was on a piece of furniture. I deleted a huge set of 2 or 3 rooms that I was selecting, and I thought, yep, well, there's that save broken, so we're going to have to leave that. Right, so... we have this in here. What else do we need? Well, I think we want to just have a quick look down. What else can we make? We've got a couple of lamps, which we don't... yeah, we don't have any lamps in here. We don't have any lighting. So I'm going to go to lamp. I'm going to place a lamp on there. And a lamp we want... these are on the roof, you understand. And a lamp there. So that should hopefully be enough light in there. We've got things like floor lamps. We've got refrigerators. We've got televisions. We've got some nice plants. And I think it is important to have some lovely, lovely plantage. There we go. Just shame there isn't a Japanese peace lily and stuff. Right. Nice sip of beverage there. So, we have that room up and running. Anything else we need? No, I think that's about it. Right, that's pretty much everything we really need for the time being. In fact, it's a lot more than we really need. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the skip unused time button. And then it's going to skip to the morning when our guy will turn up. This is going to be us. We'll click start, and here we go. If we just click on our manage teams button at the bottom, we can see we have the core team. That is the starting team that we have, and it's called core. Can I rename the thing? I'm guessing I can rename it, but just not at the moment. It's not from this bit. There's a disband button. Where's our staff? Where are they? Where have they come along? Where's the staff? Where's the staff? They haven't turned up yet. Oh, I don't think they turn up yet. They turn up. Hang on. They start at 8 and they finish at 4 o'clock. Balls to that. You're working until 6 o'clock. 8 till 6. That's a shift. Right, so this is our core team, which has got one person in it. The whole point is that you arrange your staff into teams, then they work in separate rooms. So this room here, we want to say, actually we need to wait until people, oh, there we go. We want to say switch team, and we're going to assign that room to the core team. So that's where the core team work. I assume the door will actually change name at some point. You can also say limit room usage, so you can say only marketing people can go in here or things like that, because you want to keep the marketing people out the way because they're evil. They're not. Let's go to anyone because that's easy. There's a bus come along. As you can see, very, very simple art style. And here we go. We have our first person. That is us, and we're sitting down ready for work. We can spin the camera around, and as you can see, it says 0-1. There you go. And all that's going to happen is he's basically going to put his feet up and sleep because we haven't assigned any tasks to them. So how do we do that? Well, there's several ways of doing it, but basically because they're in a team, you want to start making something. So how you generally start off is you would go to contract work and you get a contract. Here's all the contracts in the game at the moment. This will change based on your reputation and things like that, and you can click on any one of them and you say, yep, that looks pretty good. So this one here, for example, is a logistics application. It's going to take 1 month, which is actually 1 day, basically, in-game day. And it tells you what the scope of it, so it's small. Recommended team size 1. Artists you need 50% artist, and the required quality is mediocre. It shows you the upfront payment and what happens when it's done. There's a penalty if you don't do it, and cost per bug. What we're going to do, we are going to accept that work. So immediately, we get a little thing on the left-hand side saying how much you've got for. It's basically a readout of what's happening. So you got so much money. So and so's gone on holiday. So and so's died of dysentery. It's not banished, I don't think it shows that. On the right-hand side, we show what we're working on at the moment. So currently, it's Cart Week Logistics Application. It shows what stage we're on, which is the designing stage. It goes from designing, then into alpha, then into delaying, then beta, and then I guess final release. And it shows you what team we're working on at the moment, which is the core team. You can click on assign and say, no, nobody's working on it. So we don't want that. We want to say core team. And we're going to start. So what will happen is this guy will start typing away. Look at that pro typing skills. Look at that. It's like a dog with a chemistry set. And now he's going to stand up and walk off because apparently 3 minutes of work is enough for him. He's going to come in here and have some coffee. There we go. Let's just go to build actually. And we're going to say light. Lamp. Where's the... Ah, it's in here, actually. Lamp. There we go. There's a light. We want to put a light there and a light there. I do like the fact that it's a very, very basic-looking game. But because of that, it does, like, emphasize that, like, shadows and stuff look really nice and crisp. And, like, it just looks nice. It's fine, you know. It's not going to win any awards, I don't think. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not going to win any awards for how it looks. 1, 2, 3. But I don't care, because it feels nice. That's all that matters. Right, so you can pick that up. As you can see, look, shadows are quite good. There you go. And the doors are opening and closing. Automatic sliding doors. Actually, just realised that all that did is shrunk the texture down, which is why the beware door sign shrunk up a bit. Alpha Games Alpha. Is it an alpha? No, I think it's a beta. I don't know. Most people just call it early access these days. A bit old school that way. Right, so we have 464,549 generic credits sitting in the bank, so more than enough to just sack anything off that we really want to. You can see we've got designing 1 month left. The goal, we could just say stop now and just sack it off if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to speed it up. Looks like he's trying to get a nice beverage and stuff. He's got the go into the refrigerator. We're going to spin this round if my middle mouse button wasn't broken, which it is, sadly. You can see is currently just... That's some epic programming. And there you can see the shadows going along and obviously the colour changing and such. Not bad at all. Anyway, as you can see, you can hear the car go... as it go out on the outside. Right, I might have went a bit too fast here because we can see now that our designing stage is over 100%. Now, you can leave it to go to 100% and just leave it to design and design and design. However, things then get over-engineered, which is not good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click develop, and all that basically means is we move on to the next stage. So we're now developing it in alpha. So there you go, it's moving on now. How do we know how good we're doing? Well, basically, each member of staff you have assigned to the thing will be doing different stuff. So currently we're working on 2D. As you can see, it says progress. Depending on what you do and people you assign, you will get different traits and abilities and things like that. And that's where, for me, I don't think the game falls down. I certainly would think it would be unfair to call that, but that's where I sort of lose interest. I don't like the micromanagement side of that. So if I, for example, go to HR and we'll go to hire employees, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to max this out. I'm going to say we're looking for a role of lead, okay? And we'll say, yeah, we're going to start looking, and then there we go. We're going to get a big lump of applicants. So there we go. There's all of the load of applicants. So there's all the name, there's their age, salary, score, etc. So we're going to change the score and we'll put it in score order, and we're going to click on this one and we're going to say interview. So we're going to interview them and we can see what they do. So it shows you their role, their skill in the role, so they're a very good leader. Obviously, that's the person I search for. It also shows you their skills in designing and coding and art, and specifically sort of designing 2D, 2D in code. I assume, maybe this is wrong of me, but I assume that later on you will start researching things like 3D and stuff like that, and then you'll get more things added to them. So that's not bad. It also shows you the compatibility. Now, this is something I look at more than the skills, really. I always say... basically, select what team you're going to put them in. So in this case, the core team, and then see what their compatibility is. So that's normal. So that's not bad at all. Let's check another person. There you go. Their compatibility is bad because they're a short-tempered extrovert. And obviously our current person, basically myself in this case, the avatar in here, is an introvert and whatnot, so that's not going to work out. So let's just keep interviewing people. There's another compatibility normal. A pessimistic, goofy person. And there's a pessimistic mean. Another compatibility. There's a naive flirt. I think we mentioned that earlier. Oh, there's a pessimistic guy there. Extremely bad. Misanthrope, a snob. Let's not have that. We're getting a lot of bad compatibilities. Let's just go for a normal compatibility. There we go. A naive flirt. Why not? What's their skill like? Not bad, but that person's is better. So let's hire them. There we go. We've hired that staff, and they will turn up tomorrow morning. Oh, we're going to turn up now. Come on, get off the bus. Go, 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 work. No, it's not going to work like that. So, we've hired another person, so they're going to go into this team. Now, what you can do, you can also... Let's actually hire some more people. Let's just go for more people, and we'll say we want to look for an artist. Begin looking, and we'll say... I guess interview this person here. Oh, compatibility bad. Very good artist. Look at that. Look at the art on there for art and base skill, 2D systems, all that sort of thing. Interview more people. As I said, I'm just pretty much going down each one here. And obviously it costs money to interview them, which is why you don't do this often. But obviously I've got so much money I can just crack on with it. Why is there loads of bad compatibilities? We want a person that's good. Good grief. Oh my. Normal. That's not normal though. They're all very bad. How is this normal? But the crap. Right, let's do another search. We've got enough money to do that again. Hire. Maximum. Artist. Begin looking. Right. There we go. There's normal. Good artist. Assign to the core team. You're hired. Get on team. What's next? You're very bad. We're just going to close that because we don't want that follow on. So, we now have 2 more people in our team. Fantastic. So, we can go to manage teams. We can see that's our team there. That's core. We can say action is automation. You can basically change the automation. So you could say actually continue making operating systems and make your own mind up about marketing it, or actually, you know, developing it with a certain amount of money and things like that. I've never... I turned that on and went, yep, that works, and then turned it off again because I wanted to make it myself because it's fun that way. We can actually click on these and actually go to employees. We can see all of the employees in the actual team. It's very spreadsheety, the game. And we can click on each one and you can see what they are. So there's Gary Jenerickson, and you can see all of the skills on there. Not bad at all. Then we've got all these ones as well. Now, this is where this is something that I don't understand. You okay? So every person here has basically, you can assign them a role, okay? So currently, I hired these. I had this person, the bottom there, Moses Flowers, as an artist, hence why they've got loads of art. I can say, as their role, I can say, change role. And I can say, you are now the artist, okay? But, and this is where the thing I don't understand. If you have her assigned as artist, and say Michael George... going to say George Michael there. George Michael, the lead. If say you've got an artist and you're on the design stage, they might just sit there doing nothing because that's not their job. I don't understand. Is it better to have everybody working on something and then you get an overall better product because there's loads of people working on it, or do you not want to put people on that task and then let them just sit there while the specialist people focus on it? I don't know what the benefit is for forcing roles on people. So I, for the moment, have always had the role as any. And so far, I haven't had any problems. Actually, I will change their roles to lead. So we do have a lead developer there, and I don't know what will happen. We'll see there. Anyway, let's click on this room. What's it like? It is good lighting. It is a nice environment. Noise level is low, and temperature is good. Fantastic. Anyway, we're almost coming off the alpha now. Once that gets to 100%, we can basically move it over to the rest. You can see the progress on there. Not too bad. Let's just speed it up a little bit. And it's now at 100 now. You could let them just sit there doing type away, but there's no real point because it's at 100%. Obviously, the further it goes up, the better generally. I'm just going to say promote that, and that'll promote it to the delay phase, which basically is the phase between alpha and beta, where they're just scratching their heads going, is this right? Yeah, it's pretty much right. You can force it to beta if you want, but there's no point because it just takes a little bit of time, and then it goes straight into beta, and then actually we've pretty much finished it because there was only 7 bugs. We're now going to release it, and there you go. We have released that piece of software. However, because it was a contract, it just went out into the nether. There it goes. All gone. And we've got a nice bit of money. And as you can see, they're sitting back doing pretty much nothing. So I'm going to go over here and I want to build a server room. And the reason for that is you're not going to make a lot of money doing contract work. You want to actually make your own software. But it is good if you have a server. So you can see source management control, have all code synchronized in one place, which reduces bugs. Also, later on when you have servers, you can then actually sell your stuff from servers. So you can say distribution. There's a distribution network. So you can basically make Steam as far as I'm aware and make sure you have servers and stuff like that. However, if they fail, then it goes down. We've also got insurance, which we currently don't have any money in. So I'm going to put a bit of money into insurance. I'm going to say we are, I don't know, say... That's a lot of money. Let's put 20,000 pretty much into our insurance. Okay, so we'll deposit that, which means employees, okay, now have health, life, and pension. Health insurance, life insurance, and a nice pension, which actually attracts better employees, okay? I'm just going to quickly run down some of these tabs. There's stocks, okay? There's our stock there. You can see we currently own all of our stock. Not bad. We can also go to loans. You can buy a loan. Get loans out, rather. You can go to all companies, and you get a big list of all the companies currently in the game. So there's generic software company there. We can see the worth. If I change the worth, we can see giant. Oh, I thought I was doing pretty well, but no. Giant company. We've got products. They produce the Doorface X, which is an operating system, which is quite good. Actually, if we click on that one, what sort of operating system is it? I guess it's... How popular is it? Let's have a quick look on that one. It is... It doesn't tell me the distribution of the operating system there. Anyway, either way, there's all the things they've produced. So if I want to, I can say there's their chart. And you can see what they're doing. So they're doing very well. So if I wanted to, I could say stock, and I can buy some stock. I'm going to buy a bit of cheeky stock. Although that's a little bit, not too much. You can't buy a lot if you are really low reputation and stuff. It basically... You need to have high reputation, things like that, to be able to buy stuff. But I've bought a bit of stock, which means that, you know, eventually you can actually buy out companies and you get all of the back catalogue of their software and the current stuff on there. So there is a reason you might want to do that. If you're looking at this going, this game seems pretty detailed. Yes, it's quite detailed. It's very detailed. In fact, I think it's a bit over-engineered in some places. Like I say, the micromanagement, it's not for me. I mean, the staff and stuff, I like the idea of being able to change them. I mean, if every staff you can right click and you can say educate, and you can send them on, say, a 1 month training scheme for marketing or something like that. You can do all of that with your team. I don't know if there's a way to automate that, and maybe HR later on you'll be able to send them on automated like to tasks to go and do whatever, but I don't really know. Right, this room, this server farm, we need to get it sorted because it's currently not a server farm, it is just a room, which isn't even a farm. Okay, so we want tables. There we go, we're going to have a glass table. No, yeah, we'll have a glass table. And then I guess we want servers running all the way down the center. Like that. And then we want to have, oops, we don't want that. Oh, yeah, still one piece of furniture. I thought I was going to click. I thought I clicked on the room there. Okay, servers. So there's 3 servers in the game. There's server rack, which is unlocked year 2000, tower server, unlocked 1990, and the current small server, which we have now. So we're going to place all these servers in. Job done. There's all the servers. If I have any main complaint, I guess it's that there's not a lot of stuff in it at the moment in terms of building. 3 servers, 3 computers, a couple of pieces of equipment. It would be nice if there was more, but again, it's early access, so you can sort of understand that. Let's go for a extractor. What's it called? Is it a fan? Well, let's go to temperature. I'm just going to scroll down. It's called ventilation. So what I'm going to do, basically put vents all the way along this because servers have to be cold. We've got lamps. Have we got lamps? No, we don't have any lamps. Let's go for a wall lamp. I do want a wall lamp. Let's put some lamps in either side like that. Actually, oh, we can fit more. We can fit more servers in. Desks. What's that? Whoa. Build road. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. Let's go. Let's just put some more servers in. Now that's a problem because these lamps are going to stop us moving around. So let's delete them. Yeah, let's close that off because we don't want that one. Clone tool. That one. Clone. Clone. Clone the clarity select rooms. Okay, fair enough. Servers. So I want a server there. And finally a server there. Alright. Go back to lamps. I'm going to put a light there. And a light there. Light either side. Okay, so we now have servers. They're all connected up. And they're hopefully cooled well. Right. One thing though. We need to connect them up. There's all of our servers, as you can see in the server 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it doesn't work like that. You need to hook them up. You need to have a lead server. So what I'm going to do, I'm basically going to connect all of these up to this server here, right? And that's what we're going to do. That's going to be our lead server. And then we're going to connect all these ones up to the same thing. There you go. So all of them connect up to this, and then all of them connect to that one. So that is called server 10 because it is a bank of servers. So you can sort of increase your server capacity. So there's that sorted. There's all of the servers pretty much done. We can go back to here and we can go to servers, and now it shows us the amount of servers we have. So currently we have server 10. Obviously we want to rename that to generic server bank 1. Rename that. And it shows you the power, its count, the current load on it, blah, blah, blah. Why do you want to do that? Well, that's because when I go to speed up and then he leaves today, come on, leave. Actually, what we'll do, we'll pause that. We're going to hire another person, hire employee. Want to say, we haven't got have we got a programmer yet? Let's have a quick look at our managed staff. That's the wrong one. We want to go manage teams and then click on our staff. We want to check out employees. So you are general, you're an artist, you're an artist. We need a designer and a coder basically, so let's do that one. So programmer, begin looking. We want to just go for score, interview you, compatibility bad. You can say remove 10, it removes the 10 worst basically, and there's a reason for you doing that because it's a bit cheaper. Obviously I don't really care about the money at this point. We're going to hire that person there into the core team. There we go. And then we want to hire another person, which was going to be a designer. Max that out. And we'll say, we could change it to specialization. Again, I think this might be a little bit complicated, and I don't know the reason for changing them and stuff, but I'm sure there'll be a reason. Let's begin looking there. We're going to remove the top 10. And then we'll, oh, the worst 10, I guess. Keep interviewing these people until we find a decent compatibility. There's a normal one, then we'll hire them into the team. And there we go. So we've got more people in the team now. Right, let's open this up again. There we are. So we now have 5 people in the team. Not bad. So let's just max speed it. And we're going to skip unused time. And then what happens is all the people you hire will basically say, so is that what you're going to pay me? And you can say nope. And you can reduce their wage right down if you want to. But I'm going to accept all of their wage requests. There you go. When you're actually playing, what will happen is, oh look, it's all dark, you see, because you can have night shifts. Yes, you can work day and night. You can have different shifts in different rooms. Let's just skip unused time to this morning. But yeah, people will actually level up and things like that as they progress on. So we're going to get people in here. So as soon as it turns to 8, the bus is going to come along because, as you're aware, we don't really have a parking lot or anything like that. So we can't really do anything about that. We're going to get the bus come along, and then everyone is going to jump off the bus and go, yay, we're coming to work. Nice morning beverage. So here we go. All of our new staff. Every staff member you can actually click on and say, I want to change your salary or select team. Change your employee details. Look, there you go. You get a little picture. Shows you what they do, all that sort of thing. And they have hunger, energy, bladder, job satisfaction needs. When you click on them as well, shows you, I love working, they say. That person says, I don't know. I didn't get the salary I wanted. Well, you requested that, so you did. Anyway, they're all sitting around doing nothing. Let's remedy that. Let's build some software. Let's go develop software, and this is where the meat of the game is in. Yes, what we've done so far is, a game, but this is where, obviously, this is the thing you'll be doing most often. So we can make something. So we can make operating systems, visual tools, audio tools, game engines, or game. Let's make a game engine, okay? And first things first, we need to name it. So we can just click on the name and it'll randomly generate a name. So let's just call it Generic Game Engine 1. And we can be an original IP, or you can say make a sequel. Currently we haven't got anything there. If you had, say, another game engine, you can make it a sequel for that. Okay, you can make it open source, which basically means that you make it and you give it out for free. And what that'll do is really increase your reputation, but obviously you don't make any money for it. But it'll also make other companies, it'll reduce their market share and basically give you a bit of an edge later on. You can make it in-house as well, but basically means you make it and you don't sell it, which means that you can then, if you make a really good piece of software, like a development toolkit or something like that, you keep that in-house, which means the next thing you use, you actually be able to, in the dependencies, when you make things, it'll show you what you need. Like, it might say requires, well, actually, it might show us later on. Actually, should we do that later? We'll see what happens. So it's game engine. But things have dependencies, we might see that in a moment. Operating system, we need to add operating systems. So what operating systems do we currently have? Well, none that we've made, but these are all the ones on the market and shows you the coverage. So what I'm going to do is basically select all of them and we'll say okay to that. So we're going to basically make we're going to make this game engine for all of those operating systems. It shows you the specializations, which is any. It shows you the team that we're going to have working on it, which is core. We can say 2D rendering, which needs a little bit of an artist, but we have some of them. We can say text-based if we really want to, but no, we can't, I guess. We can say PC speaker. You can say it's going to have PC speaker, and we'll have a bit of Q&A on that as well. OS coverage shows you the license costs, things like that. Shows you the innovation, stability, and things like that. That's all based on what design you put in, what you actually have specialized in, what team you have, loads and loads and loads of things, which I must be honest, I don't really understand all of it. I don't think anyone does. We also have our server, which is where it's going to be stored on, which helps out later on. We also have an SCM, which is basically where we have a source management control. It's where we store everything. So, for example, if you didn't have a server, you will have everything just stored basically on all of these individual computers, which means if there's a problem, then obviously that'll set you back, but also means that you get a bit more problems later on down the line and more bugs and such. So you basically want a server if you've got it, but obviously you need to have a good farm, because otherwise if you don't, it overheats and breaks and then you lose everything. It's a big pain on. So there's that pretty much there sorted, and as you can see, recommended team size is 5. We're going to develop it. So there we go. Got our core team working on that, and we've got some design. So I'm just going to press start, and people are going to start. So as you can see, coding is happening. There's development happening. There you go. Very, very simple, not bad. And people are doing development. But I've just noticed that we're getting a bit of dirt in here. Let's remedy that. Let's go to manage staff. And you can hire maintenance. These staff here, it's a bit misleading, because you might think that managed staff means all of these, but it doesn't. It means things like maintenance and the support staff. So I'm just going to call cleaning, call maintenance, and then they can come in and they can make sure that the radiators are working correctly. That says currently used by nobody, owned by nobody. It's working, but things go downhill and you want to call people, and also they're going to come in and clean. So currently, this has been developed, as you can see, generic game engine 1, not bad. And we're currently in the design stage. And obviously, we have this in the core. Now, if I, for example, went to our manage team option, and then set employees, and then set that guy there is an artist, and say your task is now, hang on, just easy to do, change roles, and you're now an artist, right? There you go. What'll happen is that they will pretty much lie back and do nothing. As I said, I don't know whether it's better to do that and keep all of the people doing, some of the people doing nothing, or keep them on any role. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I tell you how it is. I genuinely don't know. Right, so it looks like there's a maintenance person come in, and I don't think there's anything to do do maintenance-wise. Not bad. How is our server holding up? Well, it's not on fire, which is good. It's currently... Oh, it's overpowered. Is that... No, that can't be good. Servers. Power 12, load 0%. Nope, it seems to be working. You've also got view unsupported processes. What that does, that button's important if your server farm breaks or you cancel something in midway, because it means you've got things that the server was trying to do and then it's stopped. On the top left, I've got this readout obviously going down saying what's happening and the money coming in and out and things like that. It also might pop up saying, oh, one of the staff has complained that their computer isn't working properly. Things like that. Anyway, we're going to speed up to max speed because we want development to happen faster. As you can see, tappy, tappy, tap, 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 tap. Look, they're bashing away at that. Current expected quality, if we just develop it, is going to be horrible. Now, you've also noticed there's a market button there. Well, we might get onto that later, but we'll see. So, I want to probably go and hire employees. I want to hire, I think, a programmer. Another programmer. Remove 10. Interview that person. Normal. Interview that person. Compatibility bad. I'd rather have the compatibility higher than the sort of everything else. I don't know. I think that's just what I would personally like. Their compatibility is quite normal. There we go. We're going to hire them. Okay. I think we also need another artist, maybe? Oh, I'll accept them. And we'll accept them. There we go. Close that. And we'll say... We don't want to say specialization 2D. We could say audio. Get a 2D artist. No, we'll get an audio artist. Very bad for the compatibility. Don't want that at all. They're all bad. Remove 10. Click on that one. Interview. Bad. Bad. They're all bad. Apparently anyone to do with audio is a proper audio file and just likes, you know, going on about speakers and stuff. There we go. We'll hire that other person. Right, sorted. So skip ahead, and then hopefully people are going to turn up. There we go. They're working away. No, they're not all here, actually. Did I sign them to the right team? I think I did sign them to the right team. Anyway, as you can see, they're cracking on. So current quality is horrible. We'll speed up to max speed. Why is it taking so long? I guess it's because the people that we have are, they're not great. We need 2D audio and some general, and we need a bit more 2D, but obviously we're going to get more people. Let's have a quick look at our... manage teams. 7 people in there. We can have 8 in total. So you're good at art. Got a couple of systems in there. We need a couple more design. Let's accept that. Close that. I think we need more people for design. I like the way that the noise does speed up. The sound speeds up as well. Let's hire employees. We want to say a designer, and we want to go for 2D. Max it out. Begin looking. Bad. Monty Norton. That's a name, isn't it? That is a proper name. Hiya. There you go. Right. Skip to the morning, and hopefully more people are going to turn up. Come on. Turn up. Yay, there we are. Look at that. They're typing away. Click on each one. I just got a raise. Yeah, well done. Well done. Yeah, one of the things that you saw pop up earlier is them saying, I want to renegotiate, and you can say, no, bugger off. But I don't want to bother with that one. Ventilation is quite good. It's working out okay. Looks like everything's okay there. No problems at all. Our team. Our managed team. Compatibility is 126.81%. There's another person turning up, so we'll say okay. So that's not bad. So current quality is bad. That says overpowered. I don't really know if I'm breaking that. I don't know if I'm breaking it or not. Oh, good grief. We need to clean that floor, don't we? Let's go to staff. Call cleaning. Call maintenance. Just basically, just bring everything in. Oh, look. Natasha Flores is called in sick. That's not good. We don't want that at all. Oh, look at that there. That's charging up quite well, isn't it? Not bad. Our game engine's going up. Obviously, I did shove a lot of people working on that. And also, oh, now Monty Norton's called in sick. Maybe the footy's on or something, and he's just throwing a sickie. As you can see, this is going up. Obviously, I did have a lot of people on there, and you need to obviously assign the right skills and stuff. I just put them on there. Let's have a quick look at the companies and stuff. I've lost so much money doing this. I mean, the money that I've lost, obviously, I started off with $500,000. We're almost half of that now. Look at that giant camp, or comp, I guess it should be. Camp? I don't know. 11 million it's worth. Not bad at all. So, we're still designing this. Once it goes to a certain point, you will then go to development. Now, there is a reason to not wait until the end. Obviously, if you're running out of money, that's the prime reason to skip ahead. But if you start small and work your way up, that's probably the best way to do it. Doing that I've done here is not ideal because you're sort of skipping over it. By the way, this room here, this room would be for another development team. So I would make another team. So I could say make the core team. I could make the Apple team or something. And, you know, it would have Apple and then the Apple team and then the core team. And they would come in here and then they would just develop whatever. And you could have several different things getting developed at the same time. Yeah, that's how it works. Also, you could make just a marketing team, which just does marketing stuff and things like that. Anyway, I think it's about time we got to develop. We're sick of designing that, so we're going to go out and develop. So now that's what we're going to do. We're developing it, and we're actually developing it a lot better. So we could market it. So if we click on market, we could say let's market on the radio or newspaper, things like that, and start the campaign. Obviously, it's on the core team, so they're now taking part of this. So if you have like 3 or 4 things on the go, you could assign it to all one team if you want to. It's not going to work very well, but you can do that if you want. Now, there is a reason to actually start marketing early, because obviously you want to start getting people interested in it and things like that. But obviously it does take time away from development if you're using the same team. Cars are zipping past. So how close are we on here to actually developing something or finishing something? Not that close, I guess. God, that floor is filthy. Call cleaning. I could just hire cleaning, but no, just hire them because they come in, do a bit of sweeping, and then go away. Anyway, there's the marketing. I'm going to end that. We don't need to do it any further. It also takes a massive amount of time away from them. So current quality on the alpha is bad. Obviously, we shoved loads of stuff in this game engine, so it might be a really, really good one. Now, one of the things I did when I first started, I made stuff and continued going and going. I thought, oh, I'm going to make the best game engine possible. Let's do that. Oh, we've got one employee's going on a vacation. One employee's gone. As you can see, the weather changes as well because it's currently November 1980, so it's all snowing and stuff. Oh, quite nice. As I said, every day it is like a month in the game. But obviously, if you extend it, as I mentioned earlier, right at the start, then obviously you would have, like, say, so many days to every month and stuff, as far as I'm aware. Sorry, earlier on when I was messing around with it, I tried to make like an operating system. No, it wasn't an operating system. It was a development tool. It was like an audio tool that was really good. It had loads of stuff in it. It took me years and years to make, and by the time it came out, it was pretty crap because obviously stuff had gone on there. Also, when you develop something, you develop it for an operating system. If that operating system, say when you develop it, has a market share 50% at the time, then that's quite good. If you start developing it and the operating system gets replaced, or the company goes out of business, or better things come on, or even you develop a new operating system, you're screwed because the market share will go down for that, which means overall you'll sell less units. So yeah, it's bad. Anyway, currently in alpha, it's going up. I'm going to promote that to beta, and we're basically going to just sort of squish all of these bugs. Is my server farm doing okay? It's currently got no load on it, so I don't know if I've done anything wrong or whatever, but it seems to be working okay. Well, I don't know if it's working okay or not. I did set it up right, I think, but who knows? I don't think you need... Oh, look, the temperature's 0. Not bad. Generic server bank. Oh, look, people are asking for a raise. I could say, no raise. I can say, yes, you get a massive raise. So we'll come in and go, yeah, I really like this. Look at that. Generic server bank. Not bad, that is a generic server bank. Ooh, good grief. Connect that to there. connect that to there. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. Okay. I've just broke that server. Let's just ignore that. We're gonna close that. We're not gonna talk about that server anymore. There's one server here that's just all broken. Generic server bank. That's efficient. That's efficient. Oh, they're all efficient now. Sweet. However, one of them will be pretty much broken. Because of the way I've connected stuff up. Right. Okay. We have now got our game engine there. We're going to release it. So we'll release that and we'll see in the morning how much we've made in one go. So are you ready? Skip time and... Oh, we got a bit of money. Loads of people have just went on vacation, but look at this. We've just got loads of money. There's our generic game engine, Scope Medium. Released in December 1980. It is mediocre. It is a trendy game engine. A license is currently... License costs $238. We can market it, so you can market it after the fact, which is a good thing to do. And we are the inventor of it, yes. And we can see the details of it. Again, look at the readout. The amount of detail put into the game is absolutely insane. The only game that... the game this most reminds me of in terms of detail and readouts and just sort of the way it looks as well is Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Or I guess Transport Tycoon Deluxe is what it was, and then Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe is the open source version. But that sort of thing where every menu has 20 other sub-menus. Oh, our product's been reviewed. The software times, January 1981. Generic Game Engine 1 is out. Generic Game Engine 1 might be worth a look, apparently. Not bad at all. And we are making money. Sadly, however, we have a bit of a problem because it's currently not making us any money at all. But, you know, maybe later on it might not. But we've got other problems because things are dirty, as you can see. That is right temperature, but the environment's going down, and we're just generally losing money, you know, left, right, and centre. But that is the basics of Software Inc. Whew. Probably a long video, this one. It is a long video. Anyway, there you go. Base Software Inc. for you. Overall, I think it's really good. I don't think it's without fault, and I've mentioned most of it earlier. As I said, I think there's a little bit too much micromanagement in there for me, but I think that's sort of the point. The tutorial system, although it's extremely good at explaining things and what each button does, it doesn't really give you any sense and feel of the game, and the only way to do it is to just play it or watch videos such as these or the many others that'll be out there, and that's probably the way most people are going to get into it. The weird thing is that this is, as I said earlier, one of the most, I guess, solid indie games. As in, it is an indie game. This is when I think indie, I think of this sort of thing. It's very niche, but is just fun, and it's different. Now, the thing is, some people are going to be comparing it to Game Dev Tycoon. They are completely different beasts. This is a lot more detailed and such. And for good or ill, let's just end that there. For good or ill, you know, I guess some people like this more than the other one, the Game Dev Tycoon. Some people are going to like the other way around. It's just all depends on personal preference. I like the feedback and the way it's very simple to play in Game Dev Tycoon. However, I do like the things like the server farms and the way you have to make teams and stuff like that. Not a big fan of the whole management stuff, and I don't know how much it really takes effect. Obviously, I haven't done any education of employees or anything like that. Or when you progress on, I don't know if you have to send more people there. I don't know how much micromanagement there is there, and if there is a lot more, then it's probably going to be a bit dodgy for me. But as a first impressions, I like it, and I'm certainly going to play a lot more and find out more about the game. And, it's cheap enough anyway, so, most people are probably going to get the money's worth. Links in the description so you can check it out yourself. You probably already decided whether you like it or not. Yeah, there you go. Thanks very much for watching. Comments in the comments, and generic partings.